Woo! Woo boy! And here's what it's like when you turn your flashlight off. So that's what we're up to here in Israel. We're walking along the walls out by the southern gate of the temple. There's the southern entrance to the temple. Over there, you can't quite see it from where we are now, but oh, there it is. There's Robinson's Archway. That would be the Gentile entrance to the temple in Jesus' time. And right there is the southwest corner of the temple, which would be possibly one of the sites where Jesus was tempted to throw himself from the heights and be saved, and thus proving his divinity. But, yep.
Lots of trees in rows to harvest all the olives. Back then the olives were used exclusively, or pretty much exclusively, for the oil. You don't want to eat them. It's a waste of a good product that gives you various qualities of oil. You know, beginning with holy oil for the temple, all the way down to stuff that you'll burn in a lamp.
Keeps all the cats away.
There's the eastern wall of Jerusalem. Right here we have the Kidron Valley. Keep going down that way, you'll make your way to the Dead Sea. Well, here's the Church of All Nations, right? That's what it's called? Yeah. And then just on the other side of that is the Garden of Gethsemane. Here at Herodium, which was Herod's palace that he had built up after one of his early victories, right up on top of this mountain. What we're looking at right now is the wilderness off to the east, and over in this direction is Bethlehem. And so when reading Psalm 23, we read about streams and shepherd imagery and all that, and it's a slightly different view than you might expect, judging from paintings and whatnot. We are at Herod's mausoleum. This one is fake. Over here to the left is the real thing, which was destroyed at one point, but you can see how big it would have been. So there's that for reference again. So you can imagine it going all the way up here. So there you go. This is the Judean wilderness. We're up on the ascent of Adumim, or the road to Jericho. Take your pick. Many times in the Bible, when it speaks of the wilderness, this is exactly what it's talking about. Here's what I'm looking down at. It's not too steep, but if I tripped, it wouldn't be pretty. And this is what I'm looking up at. I keep telling myself that I want to climb up there, but one false step and I'm back where I started. With a few more bruises, cuts and scrapes. But Jericho is off in that direction. I don't know if you can see very well in the video. I'm trying to refocus it, but it's in between those two humps there in the center. If you can see the water reflecting, Jericho's off that way. It's me, God, and the wind. So you know what I'm doing right now? I'm walking around the walls of Jericho.
Israel took only the cattle and the spoil of that city as plunder for themselves, according to the word of the Lord which he commanded Joshua. So he burned Ai and made it a heap forever, a desolation until this very day. And he hanged the king of Ai on a tree until evening, and at sunset he gave a command, and they took down the king's body from the tree, threw it at the entrance of the city gate, and raised over it a great heap of stones that stands to this day.
Okay, so just beyond that radio tower is Geba. And as we move over here, in that patch of grass kind of between the lower and upper cities is Ramah. And then there is Mitzpah up on the hill there, and then close by, like right up against us, kind of blocked by a lot of the people here standing, is Gibeon. And then you've got the Beit Horon Ridge route off to the left here. And so this whole area makes up the central Benjamin Plateau. Read a lot about this area in Joshua. So we're here at Sha'arim, which is an outpost, or believed to be an outpost, that David might have built after taking out Goliath. Wanted to get a better view of the Elah Valley so they could see any potential threats coming from the west and south. Over there is Azekah, just that big hill in the distance. And this is the Elah Valley down here. And up by the road over there in the foreground is Soko. And off to the left there is where Saul's camp would have been. So somewhere in the pinch down here is where the battle of David and Goliath would have happened. Can't zoom in on my camera, but there's 3 ibex there on the cliff face, just hanging out. And we just walked up here from down there.
Beyond the normal living area. The biblical Negev being the typical, this is as far south as a moderate or weak Judah can go.
Yeah, I guess coming up over there, it's less of a surprise, but when I leaned over this thing, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Can I go stand up there and take a picture, Mike?
Yep.
Woo!
Here we are at Megiddo, overlooking the Jezreel Valley. To the left here is the Nazareth Ridge. That mound in the middle right now is Mount Tabor. And there's the Tabor Pass between there and the next ridge, which is Mount Moreh. And to the right of that is another pass, which is the Harvat Pass. And then there's Mount Gilboa off to the right here. here on Mount Ben Tal, which used to be a military installation. Right here we have Mount Hermon, which I would have called Herman before this trip. There's the way to Damascus right there. And right in front of us is Syria. You can see the fence dividing Israel and their friends to the east over there. So, yep. Hey. Yankee Doodle? We are in the Sikh at Petra, on the way into the carvings.
Trained to understand. This is what we want. You're getting paid either way.
Yeah.
You go back to the hotel, take a nap, pass your coffee. Just let us go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, all the others are really.
Da 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 ba ba bum ba da bum ba ba da bum ba ba da ba bum ba da bum ba ba da ba da 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 da.
Bravo!
I want a copy of that.
Are they?
See him on that crack?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I would be so sad if one of them tripped.
It totally sounds like people making up that noise.
Yeah.
Good job. So guys, turn around. To the view of the monastery.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys,
Take one for me.
a nice photo of the monastery from here.
So these guys, they just live up here, that's their livelihood?
There's a rock that would be on either side. They're walking
here,
left and the right. And so the officer Dan was
What's up, Liz?
your head. And I'll touch it.
Hey guys, that's the best way to get up over here.
It's kind of windy. Seriously though, this is ridiculous. Okay, quick tour of JUC's campus. Right here's the main gate that you come in. Up the street is the Greek Orthodox Seminary, and just beyond that is Jaffa Gate, which is one of the entrances to the old city. And I guess off to the right, to the east, is Zion Gate, which is an entrance to the old city of Jerusalem. Anyway, here we are. This is kind of the entryway area. You can see a basketball hoop over there. We played some basketball a couple of times over the last couple of weeks in here. And this is the entrance to the main offices. There's a lot of stairs here. Right in front of me is Vern's office, and that's Vern. Here is the Oasis, which is where I spent way too much money on Coke and Kit Kats over the last couple weeks. It's the office right there. More stairs. In here is the computer room. So anytime I was FaceTiming people or generally doing anything on the internet, that's where I was. And then more stairs. There's a library. I confess I didn't spend much time in there. More stairs. Some dorm rooms. This is kind of fun. This is my friend Richard's room, and he's got a nice painting on the ceiling in there. And up to the roof. So there's that seminary I was talking about. And here is the city of Jerusalem from above. Right there is the Hinnom Valley, or Gehenna, or as we know it, hell, I guess. But yeah, back downstairs. Show you my room next. Oh, real quick, up those stairs, and up there is where we have the showers. There's a men's restroom right there. And here is our room. Or what has become my room because the other guys left early. But here's my desk. There's my stuff. I'm getting ready to leave. And up there is where I slept for the last 3 weeks. We called it Yoda's Hut or the Hobbit Hole. Take your pick. This is the student lounge. We watched some movies in here, and Bridget is currently watching a movie in here. There's Bridget. Hi, Bridget. There's piano and a guitar that has a missing string, but we made it work. Then off here, off this way, is the mess hall, cafeteria, whatever you want to call it. where we eat. So we go up their stairs. We would go up those stairs right there. I'm pretty sure that the kitchen's closed right now, but I'll take a peek. Yeah, so we go up there to get our food, and we'd eat there. Sometimes, a lot of times, we just go outside, especially if it's nice in the evening to eat. More stairs. And this is kind of moving towards the courtyard. There's kind of the picnic area where we would eat dinner and lunch sometimes. And coming this way. Okay, so I ran out of space on my phone. I had to delete some photos so I could continue this tour. Here we are in the garden. And right in front of me is the Commonwealth War Graves Cemetery. So I just discovered that the gate is open, so I'll take you in there real quick so you can take a peek. A lot of the graves here are busted up. I don't know if they took care of it very well for a long time, but now it's gated off and locked up most of the time, so hopefully they'll do some restoration work or something. You can see some busted graves there and headstones and stuff that's been fallen over. But right here is the grave of Horatio Spafford. You can see it there. It's the second name on the marker. So he's the guy who wrote "It Is Well With My Soul." And then over here is where we all do our laundry. This area also is a garden, so we got some grapes up there. So that is Jerusalem University College. Pretty nice place.